Hello there everybody, Matthew Armstrong here on day 29 of our 100-day challenge to create financial freedom. Today is a beautiful hot summer's day, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to work on my tan, get my vitamin D while helping to inspire, transform lives and build my business at the same time. How does it get any better than this? And that's what I want to talk to you about today is the power of lifestyle, because that's something that we all want. We all want to have a better lifestyle. And to have a better lifestyle, it takes more time and it takes more money. That's the thing for most people, to create a better lifestyle. Some of the stuff is, sometimes people have conflicts going on in their mind, and sometimes they have it all just perfect around them, but because of the inner conflicts in the mind, then things just aren't perfect. And so that's something that I'd like to touch on a bit in this video as well, is maybe how to get rid of some of the conflictions that we have in our situation or in relationships or whatever as well. But I've learned a lot through the years, and I've had different jobs, and I've learned a lot from the different jobs I've had, because a lot of them have been jobs that I hated. One time I got this job. I was a self-employed agent working for this sales company, and I'd get a certain amount of appointments every day, and I would drive for hours every day to different appointments, and I'd set off in the morning about 7 a.m. in the morning to get to my first appointment, which was at 8:30. The sales pitch went off about 3 hours. It was a big product item. And then there's another appointment at 2, another appointment at 6. So quite often I wasn't getting home till like 11 o'clock at night. And even though this was a well-paid job if you're good at it, there was no lifestyle there. My lifestyle is I was sitting in my car driving for 4 to 5 hours a day easily, and by myself. And then I was just sitting with some complete strangers and asking them to buy this product, right? And that was pretty much it. 6 days a week, because you also worked on a Saturday. And then the only day off you had was Sunday. Then it was all over again. And I told my immediate sort of supervisor, the sales leader, that I was thinking of leaving. I said, look, it's just not for me. I said, I've got no time off to go to the gym. Something I like to do. I like to work out. I like to have a nice lifestyle. I like to be healthy. I said, I've got no time to go to the gym here, I'm not getting back till 11 o'clock at night. And, the only chance I've got to go is on a Sunday, and that's it. At the time, I like to work out a lot, He says, and he said it like he was happy about it. He says, look, I haven't been to the gym since last November, which was, about 9, 10 months previously. And that just sealed it for me. He says, I haven't had time to go to the gym nearly a year. And I just looked at him thinking, like, he's trying to make me stay in this business, and but he's not really selling it to me here. So, he says, if you want the money, you got to do what it takes, and da 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 da. So actually, no, I don't want the money that much. Actually, I prefer the lifestyle. I want the lifestyle. I want to, be able to fill myself up, so then I can help other people. And he wasn't really doing it. He had no time to spend. I asked him about his family, and I said, well, why do you do this job? He says, for the money. And I said, for the money for what? He says, well, for my family, And I said, okay. So, but how much time do you spend with your family? He said, well, just Sundays, really. He says, we go out and have a day out on Sunday. So he does all this, just for 1 day a week for his family. And it's admirable that he's working that hard to give his family that money, but there's such an imbalance there. And that's what I could see. I'm like, well, there's got to be a better way. That's what I knew at the time. But there's got to be a better way, and so that's what I set out to find. And I had my kind of dreams and goals and ambitions, and wanted to, my search for meaning, and wanting to make a difference in the world and things like that. And I knew two ambitions I had. I wanted to be a writer, I wanted to be an author, and I wanted to make movies. I wanted to go to Hollywood and make movies. Two things I really wanted to do. So I wrote a book, but it actually cost me money. I distributed that book all over the place. Didn't get paid for a lot of the places I put it in. A lot of the bookshops closed down, time of the big crash and everything. Less than 20% of the bookshops I gave books to paid me. So I actually lost money when I wrote a book. I lost money on it. So it wasn't. So some people make money on books, but not very many people make money. So I saw it as, okay, well, that didn't work out. That didn't give me the lifestyle. Sure, I was able to help some people. It was an inspiring book, an educational book. Then I thought, well, I want to do the Hollywood thing. So I went to Hollywood and lived the Hollywood lifestyle for a while. But what I found was most people, whoa, see that? It takes years of training to be able to do that. Good sit. Okay, so what I find in Hollywood was it's like 1 in a million make it. 1 in a million become the A-lister, you know. 1 in a million or less become the Tom Cruise or whoever it is, you know, Mel Gibson, whatever. And I can see all the other people. The reality of it is underneath all that, what was going on, and like they're working in Starbucks, you know, 6 days a week, and then they're going to their auditions and their acting classes in the evening and stuff like that. And there's such a terrible lifestyle. They're driving on the freeway all day, to and from auditions, to and from work. If you've ever been to LA, it's just crazy driving everywhere, freeways, traffic jams. And I lived that lifestyle for a while. I thought, this isn't the lifestyle I want to live. You know, some people have been doing this 10 years, still didn't make it, 15 years, doing that every single day, trying to get the big break. So this isn't the way, you know, this isn't the way. So I got myself out of there because I was still looking for, I want to create a good lifestyle for myself, for my family, and to be able to also add meaning, make a difference in the world. And so I'm looking at what I do today, and it's pretty awesome because I get to be on camera, I make videos, I put them up on YouTube, I make money from them. Finally, something I enjoy doing that I'm actually making money from, that it's given me a lifestyle, that I'm able to stand here on a beautiful hot sunny day in front of the camera, and I'm able to shoot this video, and then I'm getting a bit hot and sweaty, and then I'm able to just go back there and just dive in the pool and, you know, cool off, and then just upload the video, and it just does its thing. It's just automated. That's fantastic to me. You know, I want to be an author, and I am an author, but I want to actually make money from it as well, and so that's what I do. I get up every morning and write my blog every morning, and I know that that's actually going to make me money. And that's awesome to me. And I'm inspiring people, I'm helping people, I'm educating folks, transforming lives. So that's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I'm not like an altruist that just does everything for others and forgets about themselves, because that's a very, very lopsided way of being. I want to find a balance, right? I want to, you know, uplift myself. By uplifting myself, I can also uplift others. By brightening up myself, I can also brighten others, you know? That's the way I see things. That's the way I see the best way to be a light in the world is just to shine bright, be as bright as possible, and in that way, other people will give them the right to shine as well. If you know what I mean. So one thing I wanted to say in this video is, you know, how to get out of situations we don't want to get out of, that we do want to get out of. How to get out of conflicts, how to deal with conflicts, things like that. And quite often we go through life, and I talked about it in one of the previous videos, you know, the 3 things we do that kind of sucks the energy from us, stops us from taking responsibility and actually achieving something in life, is blaming, complaining, and justifying or rationalizing. Those are the 3 things. They suck our energy, they put our focus on things that don't matter, and they keep us in a place of being very low instead of taking responsibility and rising to new heights. So there's 3 things that we can do in any situation to actually take care of the situation in an empowered way. So in any situation, there's, let's say, 1, 2, 3. So the first thing we can do, if we're in a situation, just say if we've got a conflict with somebody, just say if we're in a place, or maybe it's in a workplace or whatever, and we're just not happy there. So one thing that people do, people blame people about it, blaming about their situation in life. Or they complain about it. They sit there and go, isn't this crap? You know, such and such did this, blaming, complaining, then justifying it. Well, I can't do anything else because of this, because of this, because of this. You know, I can't move from this situation because of this. You know, so here's the 3 things that we can do to start taking responsibility, and we've got to choose one of these 3 things. These are the 3 empowering things that we can do. So the first thing is change the situation. So the first thing is to change the situation. You know, whatever it is, we can go, okay, we're in a conflict here, whether it's just with another person, we go, okay, how can we make this better? You know, what can we do to improve in this situation? Where's the conflicts here? How am I not meeting your values? How can I meet your values better? You know, looking at things like that. Let me look at things from your point of view. What are you seeing here? Okay, and start having that sort of conversation to try and change the situation. Or if it's in your workplace, sitting down, communicating to your boss. You're trying to, if it's in your home, sitting down with your kids, okay, this is what's going on. Let's see how we can change this. What strategies can we put in place? What new habits can we have in order that this doesn't happen again? Just asking questions like that will start to make changes. Sometimes changes isn't going to happen. Sometimes it's not going to happen, and so the best thing to do is to get out of the situation. Get out. So the second thing we do, change situations. It's just not working. The other person or the business or job you're in or whatever, it's just not built that way. It's just not going to happen. And the only way you can change is to actually get out of the situation. Is actually go, okay, I need to move myself out of this experience, out of this situation, out of this relationship, whatever it is, to actually make a real empowered choice in our life. And sometimes just to get out of the situation. So whatever that is. Could be ending a relationship, could be leaving a job, leaving a business, moving to another place. Maybe your neighbors are just nightmare neighbors. Just move. Maybe you live in a place where it's always raining. Just move. I did, right? So that's how you do it. Don't look out the window and complain that it's raining every day. Just move. Simple as that. So that's the second most empowering thing we can do. The third thing is if we just say if for whatever reason we can't change the system, we can't get out of the situation, just accept the situation. Accept. See, my whiteboard skills are getting better. You wouldn't think, but they are. Wow, amazing. Yeah, accept the situation. Let's look at Nelson Mandela. Guy's in the news a lot lately. Is he dead? Is he not dead? He was in jail for 27 years. What did he have to do? Did he just go crazy pulling his hair out? Why did this happen to me? Injustice, da 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 da. No. He accepted the situation. He accepted he was in this box cell for however long it took. And while he was in that box cell, he would empower himself the best he could by keeping his mind alert, by reading as much as he could, by writing, by constantly learning, by keeping his body physically active. Because one day things were going to change, and he had that belief, he had that vision, and he was able to do that. So sometimes accepting the situation is the only thing we can do. Sometimes we're in a relationship, we go, okay, we just got to accept this. We just got to accept that the other person is going to do certain things, and that's just it. We just got to accept it. Or we're in a business, and we're like, okay, there's certain things we don't like in this business or in this job, but okay, there's actually a greater thing happening outside the things that I just don't like, Because we're always going to find things we don't like in another person, or in a business, or in a job, or in a place. And sometimes you go, okay, just looking at it from a different perspective, perceiving things to be different, and then quite often they do change, and maybe not physically, but they do change in our mind. So sometimes accepting the situation just as it is the most powerful thing we can do. That's the three things we can do in any situation if we want to empower ourselves instead of disempower ourselves. Disempowering is by blaming, complaining, justifying. Empowering is changing the situation, get out of the situation, accept the situation, and this is taking responsibility and doing one of those three things. Whatever it is for you, make it happen. Do it. Find that thing in your life. Remember to click on the link below, join our team. We're making things happen. We're creating financial freedom. If you want to have this sort of lifestyle where you can just do stuff like this and just go and spend time with your kids and go and swim and go and play and go to the beach and chill and get your vitamin D and drink your smoothies, that's what I do. So you can do that. Click on the link below, join our team, and just start making it happen. And if you haven't watched video 1, click on this link here. Here's video 1. Make sure you watch all these videos sequentially. It's crucially important to do that. And remember to like, subscribe, and leave some comments. That'd be great. Cheers. Matthew Armstrong here. Take care.